That's right.
Hey, man.
Dude, it's
Reporting for log duty. If it's officially reporting for duty log, duty. Oh man, how you
dude,
doing?
yeah, good man. I was picking up dog duty this morning, and there was like this giant piece of grass in there.
Oh
It's like
no,
my dog just
dog's
fucking just
eating grass.
ate some grass. We also, man, one of our dogs was sick a week or two
Oh,
ago, and just really wanted to go outside, and was really more than normal trying to eat grass and stuff. And I kind of looked into it, and it's like a thing that dogs do. They'll try to eat certain types of grass, and it kind of it's a chemical reaction that will get them to throw up or something if they're feeling sick. You ever heard of that?
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
Little medicinal self treatment.
very interesting how Mother Nature works that
Yeah,
way.
Leo, he's back. He's good again. But it was scary because
Good.
there was one night he was just yeah, in a bad way, trying to eat grass, trying to was throwing up everywhere.
Tai hen sounds a little Tai hen.
Man.
Well,
But we're back.
so the dog. So okay. So the dog log is a triple entendre. I think it's like the dog log is the captain's log, reporting stardate.
It's originally like a piece of dog shit, right? A dog's log. So. I'm pretty sure that's. I think that's what the song title is, right?
Where my dog done gone. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Dog log. Yeah. That's okay. We'll say that's the first one.
Is that? I mean, I don't know. How does a dictionary even rank the meanings of the words? You know, when there's multiple meanings, it puts them in some kind of order. How do they pick that order?
I'm sure there's some sort of higher. I'm sure there's some way.
Well, really, dog log should be number 2. You know.
They don't. I like that.
So number 1 is captain's log. It's a record.
Captain's log. Yes.
Log. The detailed recording.
What's the third log? Like the log.
Dog log.
You sit on the log and you have it. You sit on the log and you have a pet. You chill out on the log with your dog.
Right, a bench, a log, a spot of grass.
And the log also rolls. What's that festival in Japan where do they still do that? That festival where they send those logs down? God, that is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, I've only seen video, but it's insane.
Yes.
It's like it's like out in Nagano in the mountains, and they chop down a tree and they strip all the branches off, and then they tie ropes onto it, and you get 20 guys straddling a giant tree trunk, and they ride it down the side of the hill, and people fall off and get pulled under and get crushed and die, and it's violent.
It's not a tree, dude. It's like an old growth, cruise ship girth of a freaking tree. These guys are
right, it's like a giant. Yeah, it's like you sit on it and you're straddling it.
It's like a missile going down this hill. It's so terrifying.
It's pretty insane. Yeah, tree riding. That's the 4th definition. Ombashira. That's it.
Ombashira.
Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, no. That's a place. No, yep. Oh, Yamadashi.
Yamadashi Ombashira.
Yamadashi literally means coming out of the mountains. Right. Oh, Yama kara dasu. Yamadashi. Fir trees. 50 to 60 feet tall.
How do I find it? What do I look for? Yamadashi. Okay.
Yamadashi.
Yamadashi what?
Bring it up.
Okay.
Search Yamadashi Festival or something.
Okay, festival.
Or Ombashira. Yeah.
Oh my God, here it is. Okay.
Ombashira Festival.
Dude, we should go see this sometime. This has got to be one of the craziest things ever.
It's not far from here.
Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
It says next event 2028.
Oh my God. So this is what it is.
Almost 2022. It's every 6 years.
Okay. So it's a tree of this
they're fir trees.
We got to get some more photos.
Giant fir trees, and people get killed. Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
not like it's like once that thing's got momentum with a ton of people on it, you can't stop it.
I'm trying to find a good picture.
Suwa, that's like like the south end of Nagano. That's not far from here. Let me see. Suwa, I think is like the closest. I think maybe it's not the closest city. Suwa might be kind of cool. It's a 1 hour drive from my house here.
I'm gonna play a
Oh my
video here.
god. Yeah,
Look
let's
how
load
many
it up.
people there are. Holy shit. Hold on, let me make this.
It's like no, I think it's like it's like it's I don't know how those guys are just chilling out. It's like this is like
Dude, they're like preparing for death.
well, I don't know how often people die, but I know that people have gotten pulled under and crushed. I know it's happened. Even up in Aomori, dude, like Nebuta, like people die. Like I was there one
They're
day.
pulling these. Look! There's like 100 people pulling it on the side. They're pulling
It's
it
got to be
down.
so heavy, and then there's so
Sure.
many, and there's so much. The tree trunk's got to weigh a ton, and then you got
Look
like,
how chill this road is.
and then you like 10 guys on. You got 10 guys sitting on it, and like the rope that they make. Yeah, let's maybe jump up to when it starts to tip. Maybe.
Okay, here we go. Look at this.
Holy shit!
That would be fun, though. You have to admit.
I mean, yeah, this is not your grandma's festival.
Oh my god, this is so insane. Come on, let's see this thing go down the thing. Look how many people there are. It's remarkable. Okay,
I mean, I would go see this. Wouldn't you go see people riding a tree trunk? I mean, they've smoothed it down real nice.
I feel like I've seen it more. Oh, there they go.
Oh. One guy's immediately off. Okay. Most people fall off immediately. I mean, dude. I mean, that's a dog log right there.
That's a dog log. That's a true dog log. That's pretty fun.
I love how the name of the video is like Dangerous Festival.
Dangerous Festival.
Oh, so it says Suwa Onbashira. Yeah, so it's Suwa Nagano is the city.
Oh, Lake Suwa. Okay, I've been there before. Those guys are crazy. I have to admit, there's something in the water up there. Everybody who I know from Suwa Nagano are a little bit nuts. They're the guys who get my buddies get mushrooms. You know, they're like they go hunting for these $100 mushrooms, and then they, I think if you ever seen those like $1,000 mushrooms that they're selling at like the rest areas on the side of the highway?
Oh, yeah, the rarest.
They're rarest, and they're like medicinal, and I don't know what's special about them, but they're like I think they never sell. I don't who buys them. I have no idea.
Magicinal.
Magicinal. I think those guys
magicinal mushrooms.
I heard those those guys who are like the guys who do the scaffolding here. The scaffolding on the buildings, they're like a bunch of like kind of, I don't want to say the wrong word, but like they're like country guys, right? They're like a little bit like, but they get paid a shit ton. And I think the Japanese farmers, I know a guy that like he was living in Tokyo and he had this like farm, his father's farm that was waiting for him to come back and like take over. And he so did not want to go back to Nagano and become a farmer or whatever it is. And like work his ass off for like 3 months of the year and then like live large for like the other 9 months. Like, I don't know exactly what he grew. But all I know is he came to Tokyo and lived like a king for like half the year.
Right. And then goes back off
and grows food. Yeah. And I think those guys who do the scaffolding too, they work, a couple of months a year and then they live large. And then they're just like, yeah. I mean, from having lived in Tohoku, I mean, when we spent so much time in those temporary housing areas, it was really interesting because what we would discover is that like we would be with all these different kinds of people. We'd be like with families, then we'd be with like old timers, then we'd be with like young like Yankees. Which how can you explain the Yankee? What's a Yankee? Yankee is from Yankee, right? It's like
from the English word Yankee.
And it means
it's kind of like just like I mean degenerate's not the right word, like a punk.
Hoodlum.
Yeah, hoodlum doesn't probably always a little conniving, not that polite.
Right.
There could be an implication of less educational experience.
But there's
Yeah.
also a badge of pride about being a Yankee. It's young country kids aspire to be Yankees. There's a culture.
Sure, I guess, I
There's
suppose. Right.
yeah, and certainly yeah, you blow your money on some ridiculous motorcycle or car or truck, and
Right, or have some like little cheap Daihatsu K car that you trick out and drop and put rims on.
right.
Yeah.
But they'd be sitting at these tables together, and you just kind of see people from sort of a little bit high society and a little bit low society mingling, and you're like, wow, this is and
when everyone's lost their house.
Yeah. It sort of neutralized that whole stratosphere. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. But you see guys with like tattoos all over, and man, I have a funny story. I don't know if I've ever told you this one, but like we went to I forget where we went, but we took an intern with us to one of the temporary housing areas, and after we did like 2 days of work, we went to the onsen, and this guy was a college student from University of Oregon, and he didn't know it. His first time to a Japanese onsen. American guy, yeah, and he knew about Japanese culture. He was like in a jade. He was kind of into like Fast and Furious sort of dude. Any rate, he goes to we go into the thing, and there's a pair of there's like slippers that he can use in the Genkan, and he puts on these like almost ridiculous, like almost those Mexican cowboy boots with the heels that go like this. There was like a pair of these white alligator shoes with these crazy
someone's shoes were
someone's shoes
in the shoebox, yeah.
And he thought that they were like he thought that they were like available for anybody to wear, these slippers. So he puts them on and he starts like, "Hey, look at my shoes!" And then we're like, "Those are somebody's shoes, dude." And he's like,
"This is not good.
It's not good." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess." And he was like wearing them, of course, like on the carpet or wherever. And he was like, and we were just like, "Oh, it's okay, dude, but just put them back." Then we go into the onsen, and there is a dude in like gold glasses that are like, and jewelry still on, and tattooed from his neck all the way down to his toes.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, like
those are his shoes.
Those are his shoes.
Dude, that kid would have been dead if that guy had been coming out of the bath to put his shoes on.
That's funny. It was really funny.
Imagine. I mean, you get pissed if someone was like dancing around in your shoes. Right.
I think those guys are generally much sweeter and funnier and nicer than society sort of portrays them to be. Because I wasn't setting them up in the onsen because, of course, there's like no tattoos allowed, right? But then you see these guys; they don't follow those.
I mean, yes. I mean, some places they very much are allowed, and those are the places that those people go to. Right.
I don't think this was the kind of place that it was just like nobody's going to who's going to come in and tell me that I have to leave.
Yeah, I wonder.
It was that kind of. That was my impression. I don't know.
It's definitely the kind of Yakuza friendly onsen.
Yeah.
Up north, anyway, where I used to live. It's like,
what's that? Are there? Do you see that? I mean, I feel like it's gone away. I was just driving past Roppongi today, and you never knew the bar Propagandi? Did you know this bar is kind of it was like in a Lonely Planet or something, which is what made it famous, but it's still there. It's like been there for like 30 years. Propaganda. Do you know a bar called Propaganda?
No, there's the Canadian like hardcore band Propagandi.
Propaganda, yeah. I'm getting my yeah. No, but downstairs.
No, I don't know anything about Roppongi really.
Yeah, it's nothing to write home about, but it's the fact that it's still there. It's on the second floor of this building, and it's been there forever. And I thought about this interesting idea, like wouldn't it be fun to like go like buy a Lonely Planet from like 25 years ago and like go
those like travel books?
Yeah.
See what still exists.
Yes. And like see like
it's kind of like a kind of pub /
live house kind of
bar. Okay, it's very
shot bar, exactly. It's like a shot bar, and I doubt there's any. there's probably a handful of regulars, but it's probably just a constant cast of new people who've read about it in a guidebook and are there for a one-off deal. I would think.
I mean, shots are almost half off when you buy 10.
Does it say
Buy
that?
10. But yeah, there's like a shot from inside. It's like
Oh
buy
my
10.
God.
If you buy 10 shots, it goes from 900 down to 500 a shot.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Man, we actually did
5,000
that.
Okay. I mean, 5,000 yen for 10 shots. Seems a little steep, but unless my math is wrong. No, that's 5,000
What are
yen.
you doing drinking 10 shots? I mean, you're 20.
There's two people. You know, it's not you
Okay.
drinking 10 shots. It's you and your friend drinking 5 shots each.
Even one shot is just like absurd, but at any rate.
No, the other night Alex was in town and we were out in Asakusa till like 3 a.m.
And you guys were doing shots?
No, him and then our buddy Ryo-kun, who's like Adrian's buddy. No, when we were like paying to leave, I still haven't had anything to drink all year. It's been like 4 or 5 months now.
Get out. I didn't know that.
But I was hanging out, like Alex rarely in town, and then we were in Asakusa. We took our like intern. We've had this intern who's been really good, and we took him out. We were all happened to be in Tokyo the same day. And then Ryo-kun, this is funny. There's this guy, Ryo. Man, you bumped into him. He was at the Hatsukoi 4 show. I'm at Heavy Sick.
Okay.
Just like friend of Adrian's, just like local Asakusa guy. And he's just like always, he's one of these guys who's just like always around. Me and Adrian went to like Yakitori or something, and he was like, let me see what Ryo-kun's doing, and texts him. And like 3 minutes later, he pulls up on his bicycle. I was like, hey guys,
I'm here.
So we went to this bar this like really cool, like super deep Asakusa bar. And Alex is like, I think I came here with Adrian and Ryo-kun. It's one of those places like you go there once and you can never find it again. You're like, man, it's like you can only find it if you like really are meant to. Otherwise, you're like, man, I thought it was over here, but now we can't. It's like sometimes you can't find it.
Right.
So we got there, and I'm like, I'll ping Ryo-kun. I was like, what's it? I couldn't remember his Instagram handle. I'm like, I finally found him, and I'm like, hey, me and Alex are at, I forget the name of the bar. And I was sitting next to the intern. I'm like, man, this guy Ryo-kun, he's just like, when you like ping him, he just like kind of like immediately like shows up. He's like, I'm like, I doubt I haven't talked to him for a few months, but I shoot him a message, and then literally 2 minutes later, he walks in the door. And we're like, dude, I just messaged you. It was like he was almost too fast to have seen my message. I was like, dude, I just messaged you. He's like, oh yeah, I saw it. He's like, I saw it. I slammed my beer, hopped on my bike, and rode over. And the intern's mind was blown because I had just told him the story of how this guy, like, he's always like right around the corner somehow. You text him, he's like, yeah, let me stop by, and he like shows up. 2 minutes later, he's always right around the corner drinking a beer somewhere.
Right.
It's kind of nice. He's just like always in the neighborhood, and he's on his bicycle. He just like zips around. He's like, oh yeah, let me jump over. You know what I mean? He's just like bouncing between bars. Cool guy, great DJ. He's like a great cook. He like kind of runs. He doesn't run his own. He should run his own restaurant, but he doesn't really want to. But he'll do 2 nights at this bar and 2 nights over here at this other bar, and like is just like makes amazing food, but doesn't want to do it full time. Kind of peculiar guy.
Okay.
Great DJ, great like record collection, like reggae, dub kind of stuff. Asakusa guy.
Speaking of which, dude, I have some.
I forget why that came up, but because we were going to pay. It was like 3 in the morning, and then the guy, and then like the master was like, "Let me go get your change," and he brought back the 100 yen in change with a tray of shots. I was like, I was like, I can't. You guys go for it. You guys do like John Ken for mine. I was like, I can't do a shot.
And what are the shots of? What were the shots of?
Like tequila.
Okay. Wow.
I was like, especially not at 3 a.m, and I haven't had a drink all night. Haven't had a drink all year. Just like it's not. It was quite funny. It is quite. I mean, you've been sober a lot longer. I was like, it's 2 a.m, but I feel pretty good. I've been like rallying back and forth between udon cha and cola eating good food, watching everybody else slowly get weirder and weirder. You know?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm glad I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and feel normal and just get coffee and be a little sleep deprived, but not be like out of my mind hungover.
Yeah, I have this great memory of I was in this little tiny town in Czech Republic where in this one called Vodňany, and my friends had brought me there, and the guy who was the barkeep in this little tiny town, there's like one of two bars in this town, and like everybody in town is either at one of the bars or the other bar, and he had hosted the music festival in that town. That's like this little tiny music festival, and you know, that was one of the, not the first, but it was one of the first times where I was like, oh yeah, I can't. It was same exact situation. Like I sorry, you guys junking for my beer. I'll drink this zero non-alcohol beer, no problem. And then they bring out this giant glass of like beautiful brown delicious beer that I was like, I'll drink this all day and all night. This is fucking amazing, right? And then
Wait, non-alcoholic beer?
Non-alcoholic beer, yeah.
Well, that was like, that tasted great.
Oh my god, it was so fucking good. I like want to get it again. I can if I could find it. It's probably one of a million, but it has like a little silver and red and blue checker on the like a foil kind of what do you call it? Like a, you know, like a wrapper or like a label, not a label. But the thing that goes on the top. And oh my god.
Cap?
No, but you know, like a champagne bottle. Like
Cork.
those big beer bottles that they have in Germany and Czech. You can go buy
not like a Stein, like a what are those?
It's
things
like a
called?
liter of beer, and they have like champagne foil wrapping on the top, right?
Okay.
And that foil kind of bit on
right. There's the cap, and then there's foil stuff over top.
Yeah,
of it,
I think if I remember
on the neck.
I mean, if I could look it up, I'd look it up. But man, it paired so well with that food, like mashed potatoes and baked chicken and gravy. It was like, oh, so fucking good. It was so good. And I was like,
let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, okay, here, hold on.
It's not this. It doesn't have a dude's face on it.
Hold on. Did you pull it up? Did I pull it? I thought
I've got my screen. I'm on like backstage or whatever it's called.
Oh wait. Okay. How do I do it? What do I do over here? Where do I go? Oh, maybe this one.
I think you're host. I don't.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. Hold on. Design. Where do I go? I was in the chat. This thing maybe. Oh, here we go. Okay.
It doesn't have a dude's face on it. It's not.
No. I don't think so. But
because this one has the.
But I thought it was a little bit different. I thought it had like a more festive.
This one has the. But this kind of what you're talking about, like the foil.
Yeah. But I think
it was in a bottle.
I think I remember the bottle being brown, and I think I remember the top having that sort of like Oktoberfesty kind of like Czech, like sort of this. Like the Beatles wore it in one of their, I don't know what you'd call it, like a minstrel sort of. Yeah, that could have been it too, but I don't think that was it. It was more, that might have been it.
And it could be that maybe the bottle's changed now.
Yeah, it could be. But man, it was so freaking good.
You wonder if anybody's importing.
I wanted to import it. I found it once. I could go find it again. In fact, the guy who ran the bar, he kind of befriended me. Like everybody in the bar was like, I was like an alien that came to their little planet, you know. And I was like, everybody had their arm around me, and everybody was like, the memory is like, by the time I had 3 of these things, like giant liter, I'd had 3 liters of non-alcoholic beer in me. They had like 5, you know. They were all full of beer, right? And they were just starting to slur, and I was just like carrying the conversation, and they were like, dude, okay, we get it, you do not need to be drinking beer. I'm like, I know, that's what I'm saying, I don't. Yeah, these all look amazing. I mean, it was something like this, and they were all just like, they had the taste of.
Some of these might be like 0.5. 5%.
That's something I've kind of been considering. I noticed that I saw somebody checking out with like a 3.5 beer the other day. And I don't really, it's not that I even want to even flirt with alcohol, but if it opens up an endless amount of possibilities, I don't know if it's a slippery slope, but I wouldn't mind having like a really low content beer. I just don't want to like be drunk. I'm not into it. I'm just not into it. But yeah, and I mean, I think anybody who gets kind of like, who likes to go out, likes to hook up with friends, and likes to, stay until late night, and likes to see what's going to happen next. I'm one of those people, and I want to be the last one to leave, and I want to see everybody sort of stumble off into the mist, and right. I like to be there. I just don't want to I don't want it to kill me, I just don't want it to
I don't want it to kill me.
I don't want it to kill me. I heard Jack Black and who's Amy Poehler? Yeah, Amy Poehler. I saw Jack Black and Amy Poehler having a conversation, and Amy Poehler said, "I'm on team. What's that thing called where you go to sleep with the mask?
What? Like sleep apnea?
Yeah, sleep apnea. But what's the thing is called? Like the mask, the oxygen mask thing.
I don't know what it's called.
Okay, well, she's saying she's
like
talking.
Not a respirator. I don't know what it is.
It's God. What is that called?
I got a few friends that have like kind of sleeping trouble like that. My dad too.
Well, he said like machine. Well, you'll know it when we see it. Okay, CPAP. That's what it's called, CPAP. And Amy Poehler is saying to Jack Black, "Oh, CPAP. I'm on the CPAP team," and Jack Black is like, "I'm on the CPAP team too." And they're sort of
gotten real huge. I can see
commiserating over the CPAP, but they're saying like, "Oh, it changed my life. I'd be dead. I think I'd be dead if I didn't have the CPAP machine." And that's what they're saying. And I just think about like all of these things, like alcohol, or I don't even know, man, like radiation, and like there's like everything's out to kill you. I mean, I went home. I was going on my way home last night we had a little work get together to welcome a new employee. And I was like, and I skated out as quickly as I could. And on my way home, I found a new book off on my way home. And I kind of was just like, I just want to see if they have anything sitting up and it's right next to a pizza place, a slice place that I'd never been to before. Hey, who's that? That's not Leo. That's
Leo.
That's Leo. Okay, that's Leo. Hey, Leo.
Wait, Leo, I got to take him out real quick, and then I got to switch to my phone. I'm gonna start walking.
Okay.
We want to keep vlogging.
Well, there was a dude smoking in there, and I just I went in there and I ordered a slice of pizza, and he was like,
smoking inside the restaurant.
And the guy smoking at the camp. I'm like, never mind. I'm okay. And he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, next time I'll come next time. I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna sit in a restaurant and eat food.
Slice lets you smoke?
No, not Slice, but a place like Slice, but a smaller place that was like, off the beaten path. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it's just, I can't.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm taking you outside here. Give a little taste of the great outdoors here.
Hey, that's your little garden right there? Nice, dude. Well done.
Yeah,
nice. A patch of green. That's real nice.
Yeah, man. I've been like, I got this little folding stool, like little tiny, like tiny little camping folding chair, and I'm like weeding and stuff.
Oh, nice, dude.
How far?
Say again?
There's something nice about weeding the yard,
For sure. I have aspirations to be like a gardener, but I fucking kill every plant I get. And have forever. Like I can't be held responsible for a plant. I almost like something in me, like I don't know what it is. It's psychological. It's like I expect myself to kill it. So I so expect it that I almost like do it just so I can meet my own expectations, or something like that.
I mean, people say that happens a lot in relationships too. Not self-sabotage, but you're
Always kind of looking for someone who kind of matches the same kind of
I can see that.
you've experienced in other relationships, with the hope that you're gonna like fix it this time.
Yeah, I'd like to break that cycle. I'm sitting here,
it's very easy to overwater.
right?
I will say it's easy to overwater a plant.
Man, we have my house is so plantless. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating, actually.
Well, dude, I've got a couple of big boys over here.
Oh, well done. Yeah, that's good.
Well, and I was out of town for a few days, and I was just like, man, I haven't been watering this thing all week. And I thought I was like not giving enough water, but now the leaves, like, they look greater than they've ever looked with like half the water that they're used to getting, Look at this
Yeah.
thing. Rocking.
Yeah, it looks good, dude.
And let me introduce Louis real quick.
Please do.
Play it, Louis. We got Louis over here. He's kind of a wild child.
Oh man, he's so cute.
What's up,
He's
dude?
cute, Louis.
His
Louis,
ears are
you know your name, Louis. Louis. Look at those ears. My God.
Exploding ears.
Wow, that's like a properly. You've got like a proper character. That's like part of your character, Louis. My gosh, look at those ears, Louis.
Ears like get like inverted, like they both get inverted, and he's like extra wild.
I wonder if he'll grow into his ears.
I'm really not sure.
I wonder, like, if they say like your nose and your ears, like for some reason they keep growing. They're like the only parts of your body that like continue.
You see old guys. Yeah, you do see old guys with just like monstrous ears, and you're like, is that my future?
Right?
Am I gonna have just like fucking monstrous ears hanging down? Like, I don't know how that happens.
When Apollo was born, dude, he was born, and they put him in the thing. It wasn't his ears; it was his ear lobes, and like he was born, and like
I suppose,
and we were like looking
at the lobe, like at the bottom, just the lobe.
Just the lobe. And of course, in Japan, it said that like if you have a giant earlobe, it means you're going to be like shit. Hold on a second. I can, but bye.
Man, don't leave me hanging. If you have giant earlobes, I don't know that.
Well, it's like, hold on a second. Is it okay? What time?
Okay.
My daughter Zoe needs me to pick her up.
Oh, shoot, nice.
I told her I'd come pick her up by car, but I only have the bike with me. I'm at the office right now. But the Buddha has giant earlobes, or one of the comics.
Oh, yeah, they're like extra huge.
Yeah, and that's like a sign of wealth. If you have big earlobes, it means you're destined to be wealthy. And I think it's fairly well known in Japan that like, or just like I think it's an Asia, like a Buddhist thing. Like if you have big earlobes, oh, lucky if you're like it's like having a long lifeline on your hand. It's like almost everybody kind of knows it, right? I'm not too bad. But
not great. Not great.
Yeah, I'm not that good either, but actually I got kind of floppy ones. They're not bad. But when my son was born, they were like double my own head, and it was so funny because Yasko and I went back to the room after like we gave him to the nurses and like walked away, and we were just like, oh, he's perfect, he's okay, all right, safe. And then I was like, did you see his earlobes? And she was like, I know. I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, he's got fucking huge earlobes. And I was like, oh no, like is that what? It's like big. And she's like, I know. I'm like, okay. And then like the next day they were like normal. It was like they shrunk up. They were like retaining water or something. It was weird. Yeah. And
just
now
one day.
Yeah, like in a day. They were just like he can't. I don't know. Maybe it was us. Maybe it was us that we just noticed. Oh shit. She's saying 10 minutes. Okay, I gotta go, dude. I gotta bounce.
Okay, nice. Well, then I'm also gonna go.
Okay, I'm gonna be late.
Let me see if I can do a little sign off with the boys here. See if they get along.
Hey, Leo and Louie.
Leo and Louie in the house, dude.
What's up? It's a proper dog log. Hold on, let me make you big. Let me see if I can. How do I do
Log
that?
it.
Hey, there we go. That's a proper
Boys.
dog log. And Leo looks so chill.
No, he's about to show his teeth.
Okay, all right. He's kind of like, are they
He's
kind
like,
of
don't get too close. Hollywood, the rookie, the hot shot.
okay?
No.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Leo's
she's-
gonna be 9.
Nice.
Leo's gonna be 9, and Louis like 4 months old.
Okay,
like-
that makes sense. I thought okay.
Whoa, hey there. He's
Gotta play
lashed
nice.
out. Okay.
Okay, well, you guys be nice. Nice log there. Nice log there, fellow
Nice log. We
logger.
didn't touch on any fish.
We'll get.
But
We can
that's
log
sometimes
later
that's what a log
today.
is.
We can log later today or tomorrow, whatever. We can log again. Yeah, we can. The log logs, and the log rolls.
A log is designed to roll.
A log is designed to roll. That is the purpose of a log. I wonder if there's any. Yeah. Okay.
All right, nice. I'm gonna go pack up my stuff. I'm gonna walk across town here.
All right, dude. Catch you on the next one.
Pick me if you want to pick up the log, though. I'll be walking around for a little while, but
I gotta get through a book. We gotta read an entire book this weekend. I may be in. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. I'll circle back.
All right. Well,